Armas. We'll start off with his general thoughts, and we'll open up the questions. Chris?
Well, the first thing is we had our captain tonight, Caleb. He's a boy. We celebrated tonight. He was training with us all this week, and tonight, special night for us to celebrate and get behind childhood cancer. And it was just special when you see these little interactions with players, with the children. Like, this is very special. It puts things in perspective. And I think as much as it's good for those boys and girls that we can affect, and Caleb this week, it's good for our guys too. So, listen, it's great to get another victory at home. I think it's a lot of games we're unbeaten. I think 12 unbeaten for us here in this building. Our fans, I can tell you, and I've asked early on, give us the support, give us a chance to try to entertain you, to, play attacking football. I think some of those offseason signings showed that. Mihalovic again, Hoffa scoring, but it's a great win for our team. Puts us, I think, in third place, or maybe tied for third in this dogfight of a conference. So many positives tonight, but to get the 3 points in the fashion that we did against a good team that we probably, I think it's been 7 or 8 games since 2022. So big step for our team.
Braden Nurse for the Denver Post. What's the vibe like in the locker room after this one? And is there any added satisfaction for you personally, given the way the last 2 games against Portland went, and moving up to third in the West?
The mood in the locker room it's becoming. It almost feels like another day at the office. Like, it's not. There's no big celebrating going on. The guys understand that was a big step for us. 3 points in a decisive game. You tie the game, you lose the game. What do the standings look like? You win that game, put a little separation, and you're starting to have an eye on the prize there, which is the playoffs. But yeah, so I think that look, it's just really important, and the mood's good. Honestly, I have to tell you, the previous games this year against Portland, I'm not going to walk everyone through how the stories of those games. We didn't score a lot. We gave up a lot. That's what those were. We created lots of chances in those games like we did tonight, 3 or 4 or 5 big chances, and we get a few. So we've learned, we've grown, we were humble in those games. But tonight, when the whistle blows, it's 3 points closer. I'm not thinking redemption. I'm not, because I've been asked that question a few times. No, so important for our team to win at home. Honor the fans with a pretty strong performance, and another, again, showing we don't quit. This team doesn't give in.
Hi, Keith Richards, Team MBS Media. Given that the team has been playing so well, going into League Cup and coming out of League Cup, how important is that run in League Cup to prepare the team for the rest of the season?
Yeah, Keith, what that tournament did for us, it mid-season, or 2/3 through, it puts you in kind of the do or die games, win and move on, decisive games. Every play matters. Urgency on set pieces, each possession, transitions. We had to grow up fast in that tournament, so that those games, just every single one, I love that. Are we going to get another big test? Like tonight, I got to see how are our guys going to step out on that pitch against. Yes, we've had some tough games against them, but Portland. So the League's Cup just really, in hundreds of little ways, challenged us in ways that only those games can. That type of opposition, that type of pressure, this time of the year, and I think you see tonight feels like a continuation of the Philadelphia game that we left off with, and we're better for it. And we're going to need those experiences and to draw on those experiences for our relatively young team that we have.
Don Pablo Rep, hey, Coach, you talked about transition play in the midweek press conference. How do you feel like the team handled that tonight?
I think we did a good job in the transition moments. You could see especially, I mean, the first half we had to put out a few fires that we had some unforced errors, some giveaways that just are stressful. So if we're gonna, sometimes you just have some giveaways like this, and maybe the structure isn't great, or their individual quality that Portland players have, they make you miss sometimes, and now you got to put out a fire, and they did that. We really did that. In the second half, we were able to sustain more attacks. Connor Ronan coming back, poking balls free, counter pressing, reactions to sustain attacks, defend the midline. We were able to build pressure. And, in terms of controlling transition, one of the ways is to keep the ball, right? And to move the opposition. We knew they'd get tired. So there's so many little benefits from moving them around, keeping the ball, having an eye forward, but move them around a bit, which also controls transition. So I think we showed some growth and maturity in that department. And I even think, we could see our guys took a few professional fouls in the right moments to try to slow down attacks.
Chris, I don't want to get you fined, but did you get any kind of what's the word, explanation for the red card there, and what was kind of your message to Darren after the game?
I didn't see the play yet. You trust that the referees, right? Like, these games are not easy to manage, and you just trust that they see something live time that they can smell, maybe, that wasn't right. They get to see replay, probably some different footage. I bet they got it right. I mean, that's what I'm assuming. That's the process. I trust the process. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened last week in Dallas. I think it was Yappy who got slapped in the head. So it was 5 feet from the bench. It's essentially, he's on the ground, and a player from that team just swung and slapped him in the head. I don't know if he got fined or suspended, but we would hope that, for the consistency for moments like that. But we'll learn from tonight. We can't retaliate in any way. We don't, right? We got to learn from that quickly. That going into the playoffs, these types of games, we can't retaliate. That's all.
Coach, you brought up Connor Ronan. A tough test tonight with Anthony and Evander. Evander only ends up with 2 shots on goal, one of those being a free kick. How impressed were you with Connor's performance tonight?
I think it was his best game of the year. I think, there's been some good ones, I'll tell you. And he's a guy that I think we all have grown to see how good he is at finding Georgie, playing vertical, controlling the ball at times, tempo, keeping things, just being an outlet at all moments. But tonight, his play against the ball, the counter pressing, the recovery runs, the tackles, this for me was complete performance for him. Yeah.
Hoffa needs 3 goals in 6 games to get the franchise record for a single season. Just how happy are you to see him inching closer to that? He said that's one of his goals, and yeah.
Listen, I when you have a striker that scores goals like that almost feels like a goal a game type of thing lately, it takes stress off the team. It just gives you that reference point, and it's contagious for guys around him. And Georgie now, you can see he's getting more assists, and that guy up, that presence, always lurking and looking for a goal. I've been lucky when I was a player. It was Ante Razov and Josh Wilp. They were giving you goals all the time. And the Red Bulls, Bradley Red Phillips. I'll pump him up for a second. Man, we scored first all the time. Bradley, thank you again. That's key. Manchester Ronaldo that year, 25 goals. That's valuable for what that means for a team. You could see maybe last year I saw lots of action last year. The team would do okay, and just weren't getting some of those, right? And they would get down the pitch and progress, and then just sometimes it's not coming off, and that's stressful, And when you get those goals, yeah, it makes our life easier, gives us breathing room, and it's more goals and more goals for him, which I think more are coming for sure.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Emilio, but I believe that's a 22nd set piece goal for the team this season, which leads MLS. What's just that X factor that Chris Sharpie brings that makes the team so deadly from the set piece?
Well, yeah, look, set pieces are tedious. We know it has to be the difference for us. If it's giving you 10, 15, 20 goals. How much would you pay for a player that can give you that? Imagine it's a free signing. It's a 10, $15 million signing if you can get that many goals. So it's tedious, though. At the end of a week, we try to keep the cognitive load down and then all of a sudden Sharpie's got them. And it's like this, the details and the buy-in from the players. Zach helps with this. Georgie helps with this. The captain, Keegan Rosenberry. They're Maxu Lalas. If you went around the horn, the attentiveness from the players, the details and the genius of Sharpie, honestly, I see how hard he works. He's last guy here, oftentimes just trying to think of little ways to find little weaknesses in teams. And it's been a difference for us.
Curious about the situation in the back line. Your thoughts on Jackson Travis tonight, how Sam is progressing back, and your plans on integrating Reggie?
Yeah, look, it's Sam's getting closer. We'll be smart with him. We want him to come back strong and then not have to look back on this one. So we'll welcome when he comes back. And for Jackson, for a young player, imagine what these games mean and what they're like for him. Is it yesterday? Yesterday, in training, he tells me, yeah, coach, 2 days ago, he tells me he's got clips. He clipped his own clips from the Dallas game. I got to show you this. I got to get better at this. He's really, for a young guy, making his own clips and wanting to get better. And how I said, listen, you got to celebrate the good things too. You're doing lots of good things. Okay. Can you stay on your feet here? Can you not foul here? So yeah, we play young players. We trust the young players. I thought he had a strong performance tonight, stepping in at the end, winning tackles, aerial duels on the back line, boom, starting the counterattack, fearless. So our young team, we're forced to grow up quickly in these games, and Jackson did good, really good. And Reggie, he's coming along. He's gonna give us something different. He's got real edge, bite. Loves to defend, versatile, experience. He's come at a good time. He's going to add to our team down the playoff push.
Is there be back with the first round? for the Jordan mileage. We'll go straight to questions.
Brain Nurse with the Denver Post. Georgie, your thoughts on the 2 assists tonight, especially on the second one, the kind of the chaos you were trying to cause on the assist to Hoffa?
The first one I think was a bit lucky. Not what I meant, but I'll take it. The second one, of course, we always talk about all year how good we are on set pieces. How set pieces are gonna, win you about 20 points a season on that alone. Just happy that I was able to put in the best spot possible in that free kick, and Rafa did the rest.
Hi, Keith Richards, Team NBS Media. Going back to the set pieces, this team has scored 22 set pieces, which leads the league so far this season. Asked Coach Armas, but what is it about Chris Sharpie and his set piece tactics that makes the set piece so deadly for the team?
I think set piece is more about your mentality to score the goal. That we can all go and Sharpie can say go here, go there. But at the end of the day, you have to believe that when the ball is put in that spot, that you're going to win the first header or maybe the second header. And that goes also on the other side of the ball. When you're defending a set piece, you have to believe that this ball is not going to be in the back of the net. I think Sharpie does a very good job of putting a lot of discipline into us. When we're attacking, guys know their roles. We have a few different options on corner kicks where guys move. But at the end of the day, it's the guys have to get to their spots. They have to win their battles. And that's all in the mind.
Hoffa needs 3 more goals in these last 6 games to get the franchise single season record. Just he told us that that's one of his goals this season. Just how cool is it for you to see him inching closer to that, given that you're assisting most of them?
It's a very special thing. Especially in basically the first season that we're having with the new coach and some new players. There's a few guys on the team that are playing very good with the goals and assists. I think for him, I don't know, but personally, if I start thinking about records, like, next game I have to score and do this, then I won't score the goal. If it works for him, that's good. Then it's better for us. I think everybody has their motivations, and if I was him, a striker has to score the goals. They're the ones that make the most money all over the world, and he's scoring goals. We're winning games. Everybody's happy.
Georgie, it was a tough matchup with Evander and Anthony tonight. Again, Stefan comes up with some huge saves throughout the game. He's been on a killer run going back to Leagues Cup. How do you feel about his performance throughout the season and how that pertains to chances in the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, knowing that you have a player like Zach as a last line of defense, it gives you a lot of confidence on the field. I know there's a lot of criticism from the media about him early on the season, which, a player like Zach, he's going to take it and brush it off and show his quality at the end of the day. And now you're seeing the quality that he has and more to come. I mean, with his pedigree and the teams he's played for and the championships he's won, you know that he's quality. And like I said, you have a player like him in the goal. That itself alone makes you feel like you can win every game.
Perfect. We'll come in there. Thank you for joining today's press conference. Thanks, Jordy.